continue to just not like catch his. And I feel like when I talk, I'm already struggling, bro. I don't know how to speak proper English.
Right.
Grammar's hard. Look, I'm from this weird middle section of like being my mom's from Philly, my dad's from the middle of the country in Virginia, and they live in Richmond. So I'm getting all these accents.
You're getting like the northern accent and then like the southern accent, kind of merging them together a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. I think y'all even called me out on it when I used to say, I don't even know if I can do it anymore. I used to say apple. Apple?
The what?
Apple.
Is that a what the heck?
It's
Is
supposed
that?
to be apple.
That's what that is?
I used to say apple.
I thought you were talking about like the stone, like an opal.
No, apple.
Apple?
Apple.
No, I've heard some dumb pronunciations. Like my ex-girlfriend used to call a pillow a pillar.
A pillar?
A pillar.
That's not even close, bro. That's an AR.
Yeah, no, it's so stupid. Like, there's so many. And what's the other word? Oh, well, I'm dragging my wife. My wife called, the word BEEN?
Ben.
Ben, right? Ben. Yeah. Makes sense. That's how everyone in the world. Not her.
Not Canadians.
Not Canadians. They call it bean.
A bean?
Bean. Like
a bean?
Like a lima bean. Like, I've been there before. I was like, bean what? You ain't been nothing. You been somewhere.
I've been somewhere. Bro, the accents are so crazy. Or just like their choice of, what was it? Sorry.
That's another. I don't think that's a real thing.
I think that was just South Park just being like.
South Park.
What about ago? Like ago. Like I went somewhere long ago.
Is there a different way of saying
I'm just asking. I'm trying to figure out the.
I mean, if you don't ask me because I'm not the right source. Like, just because I live with one, don't mean that I know all the things that she says wrong.
And this is why you're the embodiment of Bonnie Simpson. Welcome to the Unsolicited Counselor Podcast. We're your hosts. I'm your boy Jermaine.
This is your boy Martin.
And today, what a day, bro! Like today actually was a really good day because. First, I try to be like in the moment. Like great days are still like good to me. I went on a run on Monday.
You went on a run today too.
I did go on a run today.
Yeah, I got the notification.
Stalking.
Oh yeah, I got to look after you. Sometimes I worry I might lose you one day.
Look, man. Actually, I'm glad you did because I got on the trail. Which, like, look, man. I feel like the GPS when they like, all right, I'm gonna give you a route. They don't have black people in mind because the whole time I'm just like. Bro, where am I going? I'm looking, I'm like, why am I going behind this building to get there? And then I see this homeless dude chilling. I'm like, this some white people ass shit. They're like, no fear. Like, look, man, shout out to the white people, bro. I give y'all props. Y'all can go anywhere. It could be privilege. I don't know, bro. You can go anywhere and no fear. Oh, God, what are you going to say? Oh, no.
There are tools for situations like that. Are you running before the lights come out?
No, I was there.
It was during the daylight.
During the day, so I saw my man. My man.
Are you sure you're just not a fraidy cat? I think that's the
no.
term.
I wasn't fraidy cat. I was just worried.
Scaredy cat.
I mean, tomato, right? No, I was just wondering why am I going behind this building? All in all, it put me on a trail that was like this roundabout way to get on the 66 trail, and I was like. Yo, this was a good trail. Like, this was a good trail. I mean, I seen my mans before. We cool. Like, he just chilling.
The homeless dude?
Yeah, he just chilling.
He asked you for $1?
Nah, he just...
Straw penny?
No, he just...
A nickel?
A drop.
A straw penny?
Straw penny? What is a straw penny?
So 4 straw pennies make 1 penny. It's like a mite.
A mite?
Listen, man, I can't educate you on everything that I make up, okay? You just gotta go with the flow and just take it for what it is. So you had the homeless dude. You said what's up to him. What else happened?
Nothing. After that, I went on my happy way. But all that to say is today was a beautiful day. Finally had some sun. I woke up this morning. I was like, yo, blue skies. It's just some moments you just like, man. Even though I'm cool and it's raining and gray, I try to be present, happy regardless. Because the day, as my mom likes to say, it's the day the Lord woke you up. And I'm like. You right, but at the same time, I wish it was some sun because it is brick outside.
It makes me think, was gratitude, what came first, gratitude or God? Because she's like, God woke you up this morning. And I'm here now just like, oh, she's saying be grateful for like the little things in the world. And like that could be taken religiously, that can be taken spiritually, it could be a horoscope. I don't know the difference. But one thing that I was jealous about is that you got to work from home today.
Yes.
And I did not. My day started off this morning. I woke up and I was like, I'm going to go for a run.
Mm-hmm.
But no, actually, I'm going to take it back to last night. Because last night, I could not sleep at all. Like I was tossing and turning in bed. I was just staring at the ceiling, and like I finally got my eyes closed maybe around like 3 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Woke up at
3?
5:30.
God
Yeah, I
damn.
really couldn't sleep. It was bad. Woke up at 5:30, and I was like, all right, I gotta get my run in. Looked at this weather. 25 degrees outside. Absolutely
Work.
not. Absolutely not. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna run on the treadmill. I'm gonna do a speed workout. So like I'm running, going like all right. All right. First of all, before I say this, don't come for me.
Like
I was
every
going
night.
at a 9-minute pace.
Okay.
I haven't been doing that in a while, but I was going on the treadmill because there's no way I can do that outside
Right.
in the cold.
In the elements.
In the elements, right. So I did that. I came back, I showered, and I started working my day, and I was like, you know what? I'm supposed to come out here to not Lynchburg.
God, this is not that
To
far.
Fairfax. I swear it's a dry January. I gotta come out to Fairfax. I might as well go into the office and meet you halfway because
Right.
I forgot initially that you were working from home. But I was like, if he's working in the Tyson's area, I'll be right there. We can just roll over here together. It is what it is. I get into the office at like 10 o'clock because we just gotta be in the office for 6 hours. And so I met my requirement. I got there at 10, left at 4. Ain't nobody in the fucking office. Like, I walked in there and there was like 3 people by the door and they're just talking about their holidays and talking shit about people who quit their job recently. No shade.
Right before the job?
Like
before
the new year started and they put in their resignation.
Get
They
out.
were like, we're putting in our 2 weeks and they're trying to throw like a party for them because like they meant a lot to the group.
Mm-hmm.
But not to me. I didn't give a shit. I don't know these people. One lady had came back from Germany. She was on an assignment in Germany. She was like, hi, I'm so and so. And I'm like, oh, are you? So she said her name, and I was like, oh, are you leaving? She was like, yeah, I quit. And I was like, oh, was it traumatic over there? She was like, no, I just don't want to work here anymore. I was like, damn. I guess you start in 2024 off honest. Like, you don't even know me. You just saying, listen, I'm out. Like, she just didn't care.
Bro, people are just like, people out of pocket now. Man. I don't know if it was COVID or what, but people have become more and more honest now. I don't know if it's the fact that like we all went through a pandemic and we just like a once in a lifetime event, and then we're just like, you know what, hey man, I owe myself more love, and I want to say fuck it. I'm just gonna do it out.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have that like self-care mindset now. They're just like, life ain't worth stressing out. You have a stressful job. You're like, I can't do this anymore. It's not about the money. Well, some people it's still about the money. To me, it's still always going to be about the money.
Love, bro.
If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Is it sense? Is it like change, or is it like sense as in like knowledge?
It's
or is it both?
A double entendre?
Or maybe it's a triple entendre.
I mean,
what if it's dull hairs and not dull? Listen, I don't want to get into logistics. Yeah, I know I'm cooking. It's too late for that. I know I'm cooking a little bit.
Always cooking, bro.
I'm always in the kitchen.
But with that said, like we already talked all about New Year's and stuff like that. But this is a good segue. Could you say you met this lady, never met her before? We're gonna talk about connections today because you can connect with your coworkers, friends, family, the coffee person at Starbucks. Let's go. I was gonna pick some random ass.
You could have picked a nice chic place that only locals would know. Only local. You cater into the mass audience.
It's better than Dunkin'.
I mean, it's all right.
Well, you know what?
We're not about to do that.
My bad.
We're not about to sit here and lie on the podcast and say that Starbucks is better than Dunkin'.
I can't even lie. That hurt my soul when I said that. Because look, man, anyone that says Starbucks is better than Dunkin', why are you lying to yourself?
You're the cap guy.
Yeah, you are the cap guy. Like you tell me you like drinking burnt coffee. I'll tell me that. No, my bad. Tell me you like drinking frappuccinos. Tell me that you 30 pounds overweight. But I'm sorry. I'm going at people. I'm going at people. Like I said, we starting the year. Not being an asshole, but being honest, and we were talking about connections.
Yeah, I'm just like those 30 pounds connect to you when you drink Starbucks.
Hey, yo, real talk though. Like, but I remember I used to, in my fat boy days, I was like, hey, yo, man, I'm gonna treat myself, bro. I want to drink coffee. I'm gonna drink this frappuccino.
Mm-hmm.
It got coffee in it. It give me some energy. That was my go-to. I was like, bro, why would I drink like black coffee or espresso or something? I got frappuccino. It tastes better. It's like a milkshake.
Do you like? So people think I'm insane because all I drink is black coffee.
Yes.
So like, I want to go to a place that if I just get a drip of coffee I can taste the flavors, and I'm like, this is amazing. Starbucks doesn't do that for me.
No.
I actually went to a spot today called Bourbon Coffee. Like the beans are made in like
Yes.
Rwanda, and like they ship it over here. Really good drip coffee. Like,
Yes.
I was impressed, and Arlington got some good spots out there. I need to spend more time in Arlington.
Yeah.
You should move there.
I
Can
should
you
move.
afford it?
I can once I get this new job. Let me talk about connections, bro. We get
Oh,
on
sorry,
time.
sorry, sorry, sorry,
Look,
sorry, sorry.
look, we get like this, but it's fine. We're vibing and stuff like that. I don't got a segue. That's why I was like, I gotta go.
Oh, I can get you to a segue because we do make connections. And one of the connections that we have this month is that it's dry January. So we are not drinking any alcohol, but we are drinking something. What are we drinking?
All right, today, look, man, we're going back on it. If y'all were here last dry January, y'all know we try to do a new drink every week. So this week we doing Sam Adams, Just the Haze. I'm assuming it's it's an IPA. All right,
It's a non-alcoholic
it's a
IPA.
non-alcoholic IPA. Got 0.5% alcohol per volume,
Less than,
less
because
than,
it's not alcoholic.
and it's 98 calories. And I like how they hid that on me and then put that shit on the box.
With the 98 calories?
98 calories.
Were you worried? Are you counting calories? Oh, yes, sir.
Nah.
You got your goals, right?
I got my goals, bro. I'm trying to get these last 2% body fat down, bro.
Well, I think that these 98 calories are going to help me. I got a nice little, relatively long run planned for the morning. Not long, probably a medium run. I'm trying to do like 8 miles tomorrow morning.
Oh yeah, you gotta talk about that 18 miles you did. Did you talk about that last episode?
I didn't. Nah, I didn't do it because I did it Saturday.
Okay.
So yeah, so I ran, just casually. And, I got up one morning. I was feeling good. I had a lot of carbs the night before, and I was like, you know what? Let's run.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I could just do a half marathon. I got to do a half marathon. I was like, that was nothing.
Damn.
Let me keep it up. So I keep running. Next thing you know, it's 16. My side hurts. But I'm so far away from the fucking apartment that I have to go 2 miles more to get home. So it was like a panic. I was like, my side. So I'm like limping like around, trying to sit under like an 11-minute pace to get home. Oh my god, it was the most painful thing in the world. But I got through the 18 miles. I got a lot of kudos online. That's why I decided I wasn't gonna drink. I think I said in the podcast I wasn't gonna drink anymore, but
Yeah.
I decided New Year's Eve, I was like, I'm gonna treat myself, spend time with the family. I might as well have like 1 or 2 drinks, which turned into 5 drinks, which turned into a hangover in the morning. But turned into actually, have you ever been to Howl at the Moon?
Yeah. No, I haven't. I saw that. I want to go there.
It's not worth it.
All right, I won't go there.
Don't go there. They had like a New Year's Eve special. It was like $140.
God damn.
For an all you can drink. And
oh damn.
I scoffed at it. I was like, I'm not coming here. They were like, well, if you come back at 11, we can let you guys in for like $40. So we looped around, came back at 11.
Oh, okay.
Walked in. They were like, it's 45. And then my brother-in-law, he was like, I can give you 20 straight up right now. And the dude at the bouncer, he like looked inside, tried to find the manager. He was like, all right, come on, just hand me this money, just walk in.
Mm-hmm.
So we got in there. We had like 3 drinks for like $20. All you can drink.
Get the fuck
for
out.
Like from 12 to 2 o'clock, but we didn't last that long. Like we literally watched the New Year start, and then we were just like, all right, let's get the fuck out of here. There's too many kids. You know what? I'll be straight up. There's too many kids. There's like too many young people just out and about enjoying. Like I feel like when you hit 30. Only thing you want to do is connect with your family and stay at home and just go to sleep right at 12:10.
Bro, are you the king of segues or not? But all right, look, I feel you on that because
it's because I don't drink.
Yeah, exactly. But like, I thought that same way on New Year's Day was, yeah, it hit me like that. I was like, oh, all right. It felt that same way because I was like, all right, I don't feel like going out. If I would go out, I want to do something like slow key. Whatever, go to a bar, something like that. It don't matter. Go to a bar, something like that, or whatever. But I was like, okay, well, I had one of my friends hit me up and said, hey, we gonna be chilling, watching TV, watch the ball. I was like, all right, say less. And then it just dawned upon me. I was like, you know what? I really it's not that I miss the going out partying, drinking, and stuff like that. It's the bond that I had and spending time with the people I care about and the connections I made of these people. So I was like, that's the thing. Again, another light bulb moment. Like you said, I'm 30. Oh, I did that shit when I was in my 20s, right, bro? I ain't trying to look. I'm trying to be puke free since 2023. Trying to keep that train going.
Well, for you it was 2022, right? Because you
Nah,
didn't
I
puke since
died 2022.
yeah
So
2022. So you puke free since 2022.
two, yeah. But 2023 sounds like a better ring to it, don't it?
Oh, and I can say that. I guess you
Yeah,
didn't continue for
actually, you're
long.
right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But regardless, what makes connections so important now, like in your life? Like I know we talked about our mantras, our goals for this year, and you mentioned that connections and being getting closer to people and making an effort is more important now. I feel like you've been doing that for the past like shit, like the pandemic, 2019, 2018, even like really. So what makes that so important to you now? And do you think that's always been an important part of you since like your entire life?
Yeah. It it used to be really important. I mean, you saw growing up in college, like we all kind of grew up together. And one of
Mm-hmm.
my biggest things was I was a big people pleaser. I wanted everybody to like me. I wanted to, if you didn't like me, something was wrong with you, and I had to figure out why.
Mm-hmm.
And like, easy way to map on me is to say you don't like me. I'm gonna be chasing you down because I
Yep.
need you to like me.
I feel
Um,
like every girl found that
they
out
figured that
eventually.
out, and they were just like, got you, bitch.
Oh, he think he on that. I don't like you anyway.
My character.
Fucking
What did
Steven
I do?
Universe eyes.
Right? I was like, what did I do? Who hurt
Not
you?
Steven Universe, Scott
I
Pilgrim.
know what you meant. I know what you meant. Um, but yeah, but since then, I haven't really felt that need to be in the spotlight. I haven't felt that need to really stay close to people. I just wanted what was best for people. So it shifted from me needing everyone to love me to me maybe overstepping and saying, "Hey, like I want the best for you. What you're doing is bad," and me telling you like what you're doing is wrong. What's his name? Olajuwon, and Married at First Sight, deep cut. But I was just like, no, you're doing this wrong. You're stupid. You should stop talking to this person because you don't really like them. You're treating them horribly. Like, basically putting people in their place when it was unwarranted and was unsolicited.
Hey.
Um, and then now it's more like I still want the best, but I'm gonna let people do what they want to do. I don't have my heart into their decisions as much because like when someone would do something that I didn't approve of, it would like really it would be like hurt me personally.
Mm-hmm.
It hurt me deeply that they didn't either take my advice or they'd put themselves in a worse position than they were. And as I aged, I stopped worrying about it that deeply. But I still want the best for people. But I also, in doing that, I kind of stopped talking to people
Mm-hmm.
who didn't. I don't want to say meet my standard, but like I kind of stopped talking to people who I didn't see moving in the path, going the same trajectory that I
Right.
had. Um, and then I also think about some friends who have had like kids who aren't really as active in our lives. Like I
Mm-hmm.
know that our friends, whatever, Sammy and Stevie, they do a
Right.
really good job of having people come over and hang out with them. And since me and my wife were actively trying to have kids, like I have this fear that once I have a kid, like
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna lose everybody, and like I'm just gonna go dark. And I'm trying to prevent that as much as possible.
Good
And the
girl.
best way to do that is to make an active effort now while I don't have a kid and I have the time, I have the energy to spend as much time with people as I can before the day that my wife eventually gets pregnant, we have a kid
Kid.
and all that stuff. Like that's like a real fear of mine. And also on top of that, I don't spend as much time with my family, like my
Mm-hmm.
blood family, as I feel like I should.
Yeah.
Like even this weekend, yesterday I called my mom. I was like, "Hey, what are you doing this weekend?" She was just like, "Nothing. Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I just want to hang out."
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "What do you mean hang out?" Like she was so perplexed by this.
Right.
She was like, "Why are you coming at me like this?" I was like, "I just feel like we need family time. Like
Yeah.
I want to be better at seeing family, and that's extended to like my nieces, my nephews. Like my niece is in town, so if you guys are on my Instagram, I like took a picture with her, had it posted
That was cute.
online. Hung out with my nephew the week before. And then, like my other niece and nephew out in Indiana, I love them. I see them every year.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the other people that I really want to spend more time with is my goddaughter.
Mm-hmm.
I think I saw her once this past year, and I feel like they're too close. She's too physically close for
Close.
me not to see them more often. So mostly it's getting closer to family, building a close connection with my family and with my friends as well. Just trying to attend more events, but like, there's also that boundary, right? Where
Yeah.
I'm like, I need to know what's happening because I have a schedule. I have a planner. I write shit in my planner, and if you get it in my schedule like a month in advance, I can do it. If I have another obligation, I'm gonna stick to it because I'm a man. I'm a man of my word.
Exactly.
So
No, I like that, and it's that, and like you said, it's that balance, right? Is that being able to find that place where you can be like, oh, okay, well, I want to do this stuff, but if it's last minute, I mean, it's the same for me. I feel like the older you get, I mean, it's the more responsibilities you have, honestly.
mm-hmm.
Because shit, when I was in my 20s, early 20s, all I did was like, hey, yo, what you trying to do? I ain't doing shit. I'm just playing League of Legends, right?
Right,
I was like, oh, I'm just gaming, right? Which honestly, it could be self care to game, but when it becomes like that's all you do, but you got nothing but time. Nowadays, people are like trying to get certifications, trainings, like they're hanging out with other people outside of their family or their other like their intimate like not intimate relationships, but I guess intimate relationships, their wives
yeah,
or
partners.
partners and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. So it's like finding that balance. So I agree with that. But I was wondering what was this pool? I know you said you mentioned that it's like you want to make sure that you have somebody you have a community around you when your wife have kids. Like was that the draw or did you always feel like you were do you feel like you become more community focused? Because you say now you're looking at your family, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I had that same epiphany where like I had family like my one of my cousins he just came randomly I think it was Christmas the week of Christmas or something no Thanksgiving randomly came to my door and not like I didn't know like who it was it was just
Right.
like knock and I'm like all right it might be my sister with the kids
I might be a
whatever
Jehovah's Witness.
it might be and I'm like looking out the window like it was my cousin I ain't seen since for a year. And he was like, yeah, bro, I'm down the street, blah blah blah, like And we talked, and me and the girl and his daughter, we talked, hung out for a little bit, then they left. But I was like, man, like I really need to connect with them more. Honestly, it's sheer laziness, but
Right.
I think first, like when it comes to connections, like you said earlier, when you were like, I wanted the best for people, so you I feel like as you get older, you when you were younger, you stretch yourself too thin. Oh, I need to be this for these people. I need to be that for these people.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you have like people pleasing or you don't know who you are fully.
Right.
I think I mentioned this 2 episodes ago before on our like goal setting for 2024 when we mentioned connections. That before you even have and make genuine connections, first you need to love who you are
Right.
and and understand who you are. Because that for me, like me wanting to I've been wanting to go see these people the more I understood and loved myself. It wasn't like I usually put up boundaries,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like, oh, I want to hang out with him. Oh man, I haven't seen that. Like I haven't seen this dude for like 4 weeks in person,
Yeah, it's been a while.
and I'm like, oh shit, this is happening. Like but like if it were me like years ago, I'm like, oh fuck man, I gotta hang out with somebody, man. I just want to be chilling. I don't want to be doing this. I think as we get older, you understand, or at least for me in our community on Unsolicited Counsel Podcast, we preach having a good community. We always mention like you are the sum of the five people around you.
Right.
And if people aren't your community aren't serving you, maybe either if it's family, you can't really kick family out. You can say like you can't exile family, but you can distance yourself until you're ready for it. You can be like, I can get this person in little doses.
I disagree. I think you can cut family.
Okay.
If they're not serving you in a way that is helpful, or they're just bringing negative energy, toxic energy, a lot of stress, a lot of pain into your life. Like I think it's okay to be able to walk away from that situation. And a lot of people are like, oh, it's blood. You got to stay with your blood, and like you can't change your mom, you can't change your dad, so you got to like stick it out with them. Listen, if they're calling you mental hardships, it's best to move out of there.
That's true.
And
Honestly,
it sucks that you have to do that sometimes. And one of the things that you actually brought up to me when you actually suggested this episode, it's like, how do you distance yourself from making you make a connection with somebody and you have a good connection at some point, but they're no longer serving you. So how would you go about like making that distance and like
look,
separating yourself?
we call it the Irish exit, or
The Irish goodbye.
the Irish goodbye, or AKA the Batman.
AKA Ninja
And
Smoke.
AKA Ninja Smoke, you slowly creep yourself up. But I feel like, to me, I feel like unless it's something that like needs to be rip the band-aid off, which if it is, then that's like a whole other level. But let's just start with like the basics, right? If someone's not serving you, you feel like I'm more exhausted and tired trying to like communicate with them than them giving into me. Like if I'm always giving them solutions, suggestions, helping them, digging them out of their stuff, or whatever. Unless you really love this person, which is true, sometimes they gotta help themselves. You can slowly backtrack and be like, all right, well, I'm not going to give them as much attention. I'm not going to be as readily available for them all the time. And then you slowly move back and you give them some space and give your space to them around, because that relationship has now become, in my opinion, more of a, if it's not a give and take and just more you're giving and they're just taking, then you gotta push yourself back. But how do you? That's the question: is how do you identify it? And this is how I think how you identify it. I'm gonna use like the more higher level things, like your intuition, right?
Right.
If you, I mean, shit, your intuition, and literally, if you see that person's text on your phone, and you just like, fuck, like you sigh, you just,
Okay, hold on. No.
I'm just saying.
No, because you're making valid points, and to ooga booga this for people, he's saying trust your gut. But I have recently, and this is a new thing. For some reason, I get messages and I look at them on my watch or on my phone, and it's not that I don't want to talk to this person, don't want to respond. I'm just like so preoccupied watching Married at First Sight, and then I forget to message back. And I'm like, oh damn, like this has been sitting on my phone for so long. Like I don't want anyone to think that I hate you. I'm just very bad at responding these weeks, and a lot of people take that personally. I'm telling you right here on this podcast, don't take it personally. I will get back to you on every accord. Just give me some time.
Look, man, I gotta finish the season.
Yes.
I gotta finish the
Once I
season.
finish the season, once this season of Madden is done, like I'm back. You got it.
It's the understanding that it's gonna happen regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't have to worry about it. But like I said, like I feel like you can give them time, them space. You can instead of being there as soon as they text, right, or as soon as they call, you're always there. You gotta give yourself some space. Like I remember I helped my sister through a hard time. She had lost her job. I said, "Yo, I'm here for you." Because now I'm in the same thing. I was like, I'm gonna reach out to me and my sister more close like that. I'm gonna reach out. Hey, yo, like if you need anything, I got you. When I tell you, she took that shit and ran with it. I mean, bro, like I got my text blown up during work, calling me, like she was like telling me all the problems and stuff, and I'm like, I didn't know what I signed up for, bro. So then I had to be like, okay, I had to put up boundaries. And I think that's what slow walk back is. It's like placing up boundaries because now this person has seen you as something that they can't give themselves. And they're getting that to you. Because that's really it. Like when someone's like,
they're too reliant and dependent on your feedback, and they're not going to think for themselves and work for themselves to figure it out.
Right. They're standing, you're their
crutch.
You're their crutch. You're their crutch. Because like you said, like I want the better for people and stuff. Did they really improve themselves? Or did they always come back to you? Like,
but maybe they just confide in you so much, and like you're their support through their rough time. But like I'm guessing what you're saying is if it's always that way and it's never the other way, like if you don't feel like you can go to them.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Because like there's some people who like they might come to you for advice and you're like giving it to them, blah blah blah. But when you're having a hard time, you're not thinking about talking to them about it because you're like, they can't get me through this. They can't even get through their own shit. I don't want to pile on to what they got going on. So you talk to somebody else. But then the person you talk to might not even come talk to you. They might be like, he can't handle this shit.
It's a vicious cycle. So I know you're very adamant about this. And you're like, I mean, you're not the king of it because I don't want to make you sound like you're a dick or anything like that.
Hey. Dick.
But you've had like situations where you're like, all right, I need to put some distance between us. Like, how did you approach it? Because you're way more honest than me. Because I was like, I'm gonna Irish exit, and then 5 years ago, they were like, damn, I forgot about Jermaine. Where at that? I was just like, and I was like, I ain't forget about you. That's what I was saying.
I don't think that I like tiptoe out of people's lives, and I definitely don't like.
Smoke screen.
I definitely don't be like, "Hey, leave me alone." And maybe I use this not responding to text messages as an excuse, but like, I really don't have a good answer. I don't know how I don't know how I handle it. I just don't handle it, and then hopefully they figure it out.
I think,
But I don't think that it's to the extent where like I'm ghosting. It's like if they message me about something outside of their problems, I'll respond. If it's like something fun, something light, but if it gets too deep and it's like deep all the time and it's like dragging me down, I don't want no one else to drag me down. So if I'm like not in the best headspace and you're telling me something sad, like I'm not gonna use my energy to uplift you. I'm just gonna let it sit. I'm just gonna like, you figure that out on your own. I gotta figure my own shit out. I can, because you're not gonna give good advice when you're sad too, because you want everybody else to be as miserable as you.
That's right.
Misery loves company. That's what they say.
What's the opposite of crab in a bucket?
I don't know. Birds in a flock. I don't know.
I mean that works. Whatever. Like sinking. What is it? Like hot rising tides lift sinking ships or some shit like that. I don't know.
I don't know, but you're the anchor that holds me down.
All right, well, there you go. There we go. But like you said, I feel like that's what you're saying is when it comes to connections and stuff, maybe family, maybe coworkers, maybe friends, find people, even if you want, because you want the best friend. Like if you got best friends from road dogs or whatever, like that was there for you since day one. Like everybody want to be like, hey, yo, I'm your day one. I'm your day one. How you forget about me? Look, bro, you crabbing in a bucket me right now. You pulling me down, bro.
Right.
When I'm trying to uplift you, you pulling me down. You trying to make me on your level. And if people are doing that to you in your life, like you said, either sometimes you gotta completely cut it off. Maybe a relationship where you feel like this person's not valuing you or treating you like garbage, and you feel like you need to stay. Shout out to Elijah Wan. Then you have to dig deep and figure out like, okay, I need best for me. But I keep coming back to the beginning. Like you need to know who you are in order to make solid connections.
Right.
Because I feel like it's all gonna end up coming out of nowhere. Like I feel like our connections and the people, my like top five, just came out of nowhere. Just me understanding myself and me kind of giving them more attention than I gave the other people in my life.
Right,
You
and
know?
it's usually because the conversations you're having are more engaging, or you're like on the same wavelength about things. So you're going to be like you're going to gravitate to people who have similar interests, similar likes, and similar like growth patterns. And to kind of go back to what you were talking about, like having like A1 since day ones, and if you guys aren't on the same page about stuff and it changes who's in your top five, like I think you can outgrow people.
That's it.
You can be like, this isn't serving me anymore, and I need to move forward. How do you gracefully exit? You can definitely send a message to me like, hey, like I just don't think that we have similar interests, or we're going in the same path right now, or in general, like I just need some distance. You can say something, or I support ghosting. All right, in this situation, I support Ninja Smoke. If someone just keeps dragging you, keeps pulling you down, aren't going with your morals, who aren't tied to that, and they're just trying to make you a worse human being to what you think you want to be or who you are, who you decided you are, listen, just cut them off. They'll be fine. Unless, you know what? They'll be fine. And if they're not fine, they're going to have to find another way to be fine. They can't lean on you.
Exactly.
Because I've been ghosted before, and in the moment, does it suck? Yes. But I got over it. Because eventually you forget. Like, I forgot about all 5 of those people who ditched me in the last couple of years. I forgot all about them. All 5 of those women who let me down when I met somebody. Listen, I wrote a text this girl used to see, telling her some cutie pie with whom I want to be. And I apologize if that message got her down. But I CC'd every girl that I CC'd around town. Speaking of CCing girls all around town, I had nothing to do with that. But this fucking Sam Adams, this Just the Haze, this might be my favorite non-alcoholic beer.
Bro, this hit me like, I was like, oh my God.
This is fantastic. If I had to give this a rating, I'd give this, honestly, 9.5. This is damn near perfect.
Bro, this is better than some beers, honestly.
Right. If this is what non-alcoholic drinking looks like, I could drink this.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like, I can go out and have a good time drinking this. I'll have like a placebo effect.
Exactly.
I'm not drunk, but like,
but
I could see. I could see.
It ain't water. It ain't. But it's basically like the beer that's taken out of the alcohol. Like this is good. 9 out of 10, man. Like hands down, Sam Adams, man.
Listen, Sam is a great name.
Sam is a great name.
I agree. I married one.
There you go. All right. So, with that said, when it comes to connections, look, I feel like it's something that you have to first get. You have to get connected to yourself. Get connected with yourself in order for you to be able to look at people and say, like, is this person good for me, or are they not?
I have a controversial question for you.
What's up? I'm ready.
All right. So we're in our 30s. We're getting older.
Mm-hmm.
Do you find it hard to find a connection, like a friendship, with someone completely new, or do you think it's easy? Because I'll be honest, where I'm sitting, I don't care to meet nobody new.
That's true.
And part of it might be because I'm married, but you can meet other guys, and it's like whatever. Like I can be like cordial with you, but I'm not trying to build like a long, like deep friendship, deep bond with you. It's just surface level. For example, I was on the cruise ship without my wife. And I was with my boy Ramon, and I told him everybody here is NPCs and not real people. If you are on a cruise and you're finding this podcast, I stand by what I said.
What's up, NPCs?
I stand by what I said. But yeah, like there were a couple guys. I think I was like chilling in the hot tub, and these two guys came. They were like, "Oh, we're gonna bring our girlfriends," and I was like, "Yeah, go ahead, bring them." They're like, "Oh no, they're not gonna come out." Blah blah blah. So we just chilling in the hot tub. We had talked about sports. We had talked about like cold plunges. Had talked about Joe Rogan. Shout out to Joe. Had talked about Donald Trump. Shout out to Trump. We had a lot of good conversations about great people. We had Kanye West. Like shout out to Kanye. Like we had so many good conversations
about great people.
And like we said before I got on this podcast, like it's all about the community that you're in. So you're stuck in that little, I guess, terranium of people for that week.
Mm-hmm.
So like we were best of friends on the boat. Anytime I saw them, hey yo, what's up? What's up, Alex? What's up, the homeboy? The other guy, I can't remember his name. Like, what's up, Alex? What's up, homeboy? But now it's like, I don't really care.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really care. Sorry, I just don't. I can't make these connections. How do you still make connections with new people? And if so, like, how do you go about it?
I mean, I feel like
to the point where they're like your good friend. Like, can you make good friends or great friends, or is it just like surface level?
Honestly, bro, I think it's like getting struck by lightning. It's sometimes because I used to say like my motto was like because at work I go by Mike. That's why I always go by Michael and whatever at work because my recruiter a long time ago said Jermaine's too black. Fuck you.
Wow.
Yeah, she said that, and I was like, really?
She said go by Michael?
Yeah, go by Michael. So I was like, you know what? It won't matter because I was like, I'll go by Michael. I'm not going to see these people. I'm not going to see these people outside of my life, whatever, blah, 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 etc., etc. Similar to you met one of your really good friends that you're going to run with, right? It just happens. Like, it literally just happens.
That's fair.
And it's one of those things that you can't, like, predict. You can't force. When it comes forced, and it's like, you can make a ton of acquaintances each day, each year, or whatever, new job, whatever. But there are those lucky few that's just random. Like, I didn't think I would be friends with one of my coworkers that now, like, she's like, oh, you're going to be my child's uncle. And I'm like, didn't see that coming. When I met her,
is that an HR violation?
I don't know, maybe. Shout out to Aaron from HR. But no, like it's just one of those things. Like even like friendship that you can get from past. Like I never like shout out to Millie. I didn't think we would be as close as we are today if she didn't say like, "Hey yo, we gonna stretch like me and Martin stretch," and I'm like, "All right, I guess." But it's hard, man. I would say it's not one of those things. I feel like when you have at your 30s, late 20s, you already got established group. You got to establish a group, and then like people, unless you go to another city, you probably still only got those established groups in another city back home. So I think it's hard, it's difficult, but it does happen. I can't tell you if you're listening on the pod and you're like, hey yo, how I make friends in this new city, or damn bro, like now that I got swole and all my friends They still eating pizza and drinking beer, watching Gotham.
That's right.
Well,
Watching Gotham.
how am I
Oh man.
Others, well, I want to be best friends with them. I'm like, oh, look, all I can say is, bro, get in activities, like go do stuff that you like to do, and maybe, but don't try to force it. Like I had a lot of quote unquote gym friends from my old apartment and in Gold's Gym when I was like, I ain't never. They just see me, hey yo, what up, Jermaine? That was it. It was just pass by. Nothing real. And when they asked me to do stuff afterward, I'm like, man, no, bro. You
Wait, what was they asking you to do?
They were like, hey yo. So we gonna go we're gonna go to happy hour. You wanna come with them? Like, bro, you already know what this is. It's like it's like, oh girl. It's like, yeah, your side piece, right? And she was like, hey, can we go out to dinner this time? Whoa. You already know what this is. You got signed up with
Easy white chocolate. Want you to melt. You slow your roll there. Slow your roll. You know what this is. You know we exclusively behind locked doors.
Bro,
behind closed doors. You are not made for the public. That is horrible.
That is horrible. But it's facts though when it comes to like work friends or like people in activities. But sometimes it just lightning strikes.
You know what the worst part is? I had a similar situation where, I made friends with somebody. I was in the gym. I was working out. We were chatting it up. It's like, oh, we should totally hang out. We should go get drinks. I'm like, yeah, let's totally do it. And then, like, I don't respond to any of the messages. And then I happen to be out, and they're there. Like, oh, shit. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Now I got to talk to you.
Oh, I don't remember your name. You're just a number in my phone right now. So you know what you can do? Hey yo, what up, big dog?
Exactly.
How you doing? You gotta go with the big dog.
You just a notch in the bedpost.
You just another line in the song.
But yeah, bro, I don't know. Like I said, lightning strikes. It happens. Don't force it. Fuck, if you don't got no friends, bro, it's gonna be tough for 30 years. Better luck with your family, but if we got some solutions for y'all, we'll probably put it we'll probably put it on Instagram, might drop a meme on it. But you can find us and please drop a like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube. Where can they send all this information, comment, subscribe, and tell us we ain't shit? Where can they let us know?
Yeah, you guys can find us at Unsolicited Counseling Podcast on Facebook. You can find us at Unsolicited Counseling on Instagram and YouTube. And you can find us at youadvicepodcast@gmail.com.
And also, guys, take a look out. We're going to keep our promise. This year we're going to drop a Patreon, so keep a lookout for it.
Patreon, and we're going to do live episodes, so be on the lookout for that. Hopefully, next time you hear from us, we going to be live.
We live, baby. Ooh, damn, what you doing, baby? What you doing?
Oh, with the Peter, the pipe, the pickup.
That's funny, damn. And as always, guys, we're here for you guys. We're drink at a time.
One episode at a time.
Be easy, y'all.
Latest.